Good morning, guys. My name is Jake. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. We are out here on site at the job. Just got here bright and early. As you can see behind me, we got a bunch of stuff, equipment loaded up on the international truck, Sure Track dump trailer. I'm gonna get this stuff unloaded and I'm going to show you what this job entails. Well, all right, guys, just unloaded everything. Here's what we got. Big tool rack tractor. I got a rented tiller for the back of the tractor. Got the bucket and we got the Wicked Grapple. Now, the job here is a couple different things, but this whole area that has been roughly cleared kind of goes all the way around in a U shape to over there. And there used to be a garden here. You can kind of see the old garden beds or the rows, and the client wants it all tilled up, and he just wants to turn it all into grass. So we are going to be using the tiller to break up all the old roots and everything. The landscaper, I mean, that used to be the garden bed. You can kind of see the border here, and then this was all just kind of like weeds and brush and stuff that he had his landscaper clear out. So the goal of the tiller is to just break up all those roots and everything so that hopefully that stuff doesn't come back and give him ample depth of dirt to plant some grass. We're gonna see how far we get. We might be moving that pile of logs over there and some of those rocks. Then there's another spot over on the other side of his new pool they just put in last fall that we're going to be tilling up and potentially moving some dirt and stuff around in. So that's the job for today. I've never used a tiller before on the back of a tractor. I've used like little walk behind tillers. So we'll see how this thing works. I rented it, so you know how it goes with rental equipment. Hopefully it was, it's in decent shape and that it works. So I'm going to take the big tool rack off the back so we can hook up to the tiller, take the forks off the front and put on the Wicked Grapple, and we're gonna get to work here. All right, guys, so that was 2 passes there with the tiller for the first time, and as you can see, there are definitely roots and stuff tangled up in it, but it did a great job. I mean, I've never used one of these things before, but this is nice, light, fluffy soil. So we're gonna go ahead through and keep on chugging along. I'm gonna pull out some of these bigger sticks and stuff like this. We hit some logs that were over there, but the slip clutch works. We found that out twice already, and we're gonna keep chugging along, so I'll throw you on the time lapse. Okay guys, so this is what 2 passes with this tiller looks like. This thing is pretty impressive. Now, as I mentioned, I've never used one of these things. I'm assuming it's pretty normal for all this stuff to kind of get, like roots and stuff to get caught up in it. I guess that means that it's doing its job. But I mean, this is night and day difference. I don't think he's gonna have any problem planting some grass here. He just wanted me to, you know, run over it, kind of tear everything up. I even left a lot of the little sticks and stuff. I mean, I've been finding some, you know, some roots and stuff like this, but had to avoid a couple stumps, but it looks really good. I think this was gonna be the easiest section here. The next section we have is kind of over here. You can see where like the grass kind of stops around these pine trees. So we're gonna come in here and try and get what we can around this stump, and then we're gonna come in through here, and this might be a little bit more tricky with all of the roots and, you know, stuff from these trees. But I mean, the slip clutch works really well. It hasn't killed the tractor, but you know, when it hits something gnarly, I actually came across a pitchfork that was buried out in here, and it just, you know, snapped the handle, but got caught on the metal part. And the tractor didn't die, you know, the slip clutch engaged and just kind of like stopped. So yeah, you can see the pitchfork here didn't really stand a chance. So this thing definitely has some power. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. He was super happy with the first couple passes that he saw. So we're getting her done. Well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get that stump out there, but I did. The client didn't think I'd be able to get it out, but I had a feeling I'd be able to. So that's good. That won't be in the way. Next, we got this little one right here that I'm gonna see. You know, we'll try and get it out, but if not, I can always just go around it. But got a little pile here, so I'm gonna bring this stuff over to the pile of crap over there, and we can get back to tilling. But Wicked Grapple is pretty impressive. If this wasn't so muddy down in here, I couldn't really get traction If it wasn't so muddy, I probably would have been able to get that stump out a couple minutes faster, but all's good, it's out. All right, well, we ripped out the rest of the stumps here. Now there's kind of like a little hole, but I think the tiller shouldn't have too much trouble going through there. It's pretty soft. So I'll just probably get this pile out of the way and then kind of rake it back, make it a little bit flatter. That way I'm not on quite such a steep angle and like kind of going into a hole. And we should be able to get back to tilling. There might be a couple more stumps over there that we might have to address, but I just want to kind of get this like little section done this way, going lengthwise here, and then we can start going this way next. All right, before we start tilling this next section, I just cleaned out the tines on the tiller, and this is everything that came out. Got everything from like plastic chicken wire to there's like some chain link fence in here. There's like twine. Here's the chain link fence. There was a t-shirt, so all different sorts of stuff, but it was all up against the bearings and everything. I know this tiller isn't mine, it's a rental, but you know, gotta treat it like it was mine because it did a great job here, making my life a heck of a lot easier. So hopefully we won't run into so much foreign debris over here because there was never a garden or anything over here. But at least now we're ready to start this next section. Just got the one stump out of this section right here. So this will be the next section we till up. Doesn't look too bad. We got one stump. I'm not gonna try and pull right there. It's just really low to the ground. Got a little pile of brush I'll pick up with the grapple, a little pile of chips over there. That shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, we're just gonna go back and forth here a couple times and till all this up. All right, guys, just a quick note to self. Do not run over rolls of chicken wire that are covered underneath leaves. Look for hidden rolls of chicken wire underneath leaves. Otherwise, you have to take it and untangle it out of the tiller like I just had to do. Lesson learned. All right, so that's a pretty big rock. Wicked Grapple picked it up, no problem. I wish I had a big tool rack on the back for a little extra weight, ballast, especially in this fluffed up soil, but yeah, picked it up, no problem. It's a pretty big rock. I guess I'll put it like back here in the corner or something. So guys, that is pretty much it as far as the tilling goes here. We just finished up this last section along the fence line. This thing worked really well, really well. We're gonna have to do a little cleanup, getting all the vines and stuff out of it, roots, but I'm gonna wait to do that because he just asked me, now that this pile is kind of like just out in the middle, well, not in the middle, but in the corner, it's a lot more apparent. So he asked me to haul all this cut up firewood off site. So it's unfortunately a really long like haul all the way to the truck over there. But I'm going to do it with the grapple. I think by doing it with the grapple, I might not be able to get as many rounds in the grapple as the bucket, but if I were to use the bucket, I would have to get off and load it by hand probably to maximize it. So I think it'll just be quicker overall. Just use the grapple, but if it ends up not working out too well, I can always switch over to the bucket. Gotta get this fence out of here and we'll load it all up in the dump trailer. There's also some brush over on the other side. I actually think I'm gonna load that in first and then use all these logs and stuff on top of it to kind of compact it. So we will see how this goes. All right, guys, just finished up clearing out this section here. There was a lot of stuff in here. I'll show you the trailer in a minute, but this is the last grapple full. It looks like they took down probably another crabapple tree that was like similar to this, or maybe a couple, and then some like junipers or cedars or something. That's what the brush looked like, but a lot better than it was. I guess he's leaving this stuff. He just wanted me to get out the big pile of stuff that was here. So that wraps up this area. And then we got one more area to till over there, which I'll show you in a minute, but just gonna go dump this last grapple full. All right, so here's the trailer. It is very full. I'm gonna have to pull some of this stuff down here. But we got big stumps, logs, brush. It is a real hodgepodge of stuff in there. As you can see, it is loaded to the max, so I'm gonna have to somehow try and get the tarp out. I don't know. That might be a struggle, but anyway, it's loaded. Let's go finish up this last tilling spot. All right, so here is the last section we need to use the tiller on. This little side yard here. This is gonna be the spot where their new garden is going. I guess this gets the most sun throughout the day. So I'm just gonna run through and till it up real quick. Shouldn't take too long at all. Guys, that is a wrap. This came out pretty good. It's pretty easy tilling. There's just one stump down there. I don't know if you can see that little green patch. Couldn't really get around, and then I guess his wife like planted a lilac or something right there, so I avoided that. But they should have no problem putting in a garden here now. I was able to get down pretty deep. Very minimal tree roots and stuff, and whatever ones there were. Tiller did a pretty good job at ripping it all up. So that's gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna head back over and to the other side where the truck is, start cleaning up for the day. We're gonna be back. Probably in a couple days. I gotta dump the trailer. The place is closed for the weekend now and for the day. So I'm gonna have to dump it on Monday, and then we might be back Monday or like Tuesday. So for a little follow-up, we gotta still move that pile of wood over there. All the cut up rounds, and then I have to move the last pile of all the stumps and stuff that I ripped out over in the first area where we tilled. So got that to look forward to.